Right, Francis Warren, we're here at Fredericks, ahead of the York Hall show on Saturday night. Now, I guess, in my opinion, you got the good deal this weekend, I reckon.
Well, and the last Fury fight, it was Warrington. Yeah. So as long as we keep putting together these great UK shows, don't worry about Vegas.
Absolutely. It's had great reviews or previews. This show, we should say. I mean, it's a show that really seems to appeal to the fight public.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't really like to use the phrase trade fights or trade show, but because I think this probably does transcend into sports fans beyond purist boxing fans. I think Sonny Edwards is getting there as being recognised as a sportsman rather than just a boxer. Speaks well. He's well presented, very professional, and fights like a bastard, doesn't he? And he's doing absolutely magical things every time he fights. Dropping down to flyweight for me is a bit of a master stroke. Just shows that he can flip between the two, especially being 23. Will do a bit more growing as well. So while he can make flyweight, why not do it? And show us what he can do at second weight. I think Cody and Zach Chelli is a great fight. It's a great fight. I mean,
these are the ones people want to see, aren't they?
Cody's he looks like a mean man, doesn't he? And Zach,
he frightened me when I was interviewing him.
He looks like a mean guy, but he's a lovely fella. But really does mean business, and it's great to have him on board, and and in the stable. He looked good in Leeds. Zach, we've looked after since he was he turned pro.
You can hand it to him, and he takes these fights, doesn't he?
Absolute gentleman. He's a student of the game as well as being a full-time student. You've got to take your hat off to him. He's taking fights against Umar Sadiq and against Jimmy Smith and against Cody Davis whilst still studying for a degree. He's in fantastic shape, and him and his dad are doing a terrific job, and I think that really is a 50-50 fight. And then obviously Brad Foster and Lucian Reid.
That could sit in any arena, that, couldn't it?
Well, that's the top of the bill anywhere else, and I think if Sonny wasn't such a superstar in the making, I think that would be top of the bill. I think you'd probably call them co-headliners, those two fights, I think, because it really is a terrific fight. I mean, Lucian was unlucky at the Albert Hall earlier on this year, getting a cut. And had that not happened, I think he probably would have picked up a belt himself, not coming in as a challenger who's never had that experience of a title fight. But Brad Foster, I think, from coming from a kickboxing background, having only zero amateur experience, and having already made a defence of a British title, at the age of 21 is. It's phenomenal. It's really, it's a fantastic story. So both those guys got points to prove for different reasons. I think Lucian wants to show that he does belong at that level, and Brad wants to kick on.
People have been given, or so we're told, Lucian a swerve, certainly for the last couple of years, and Brad's given him a voluntary. So I think that says it all, doesn't it?
Well, he's got a very experienced manager in PJ Rouse and Brad Foster. So it's not like they've taken anything lightly or overlooking Lucian. They know what Lucian's about, and I think Lucian's he's had to work hard to get to weight. I think there was a few question marks previously, especially when he got the cut that perhaps he wasn't making the weight properly. But having long chats with Alan Smith about it, and I think Alan's obviously discussed the best way for Lucian to make weight, and he looks great today. So I think you're going to see the best of both guys on Saturday, and we're in for a great fight.
You're in a good position to talk about this next topic I'm going to bring up. There's a new wave of young fighters coming under the Queensberry banner. The likes of Shabazz Mahmood, Sam Noakes, Ethan James, Henry Turner. There's loads. I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but it shows you're future-proofing, you're building for the future all the time.
Well, you've got to, because these guys, the talented guys that the guys you've just mentioned, they don't come round all that often. It just so happens that for some reason this year, there's 5 or 6 or 7 of the guys that will come around. Dennis McCann in that bracket as well. He's had 3 fights very quickly. So, Sam Noakes. I cannot wait for you guys to see him at the Albert Hall.
Well, in a china shop, yeah.
He just climbs on people and just gets rid of them. And Ethan's doing fantastic things. And there are some seriously talented, exciting young kids coming through who as a boxing fan myself, I can't wait to see, and I think it's going to be very, very easy to get the public to know about these guys because of how talented they are, how professional they are. Media training for these guys is totally unnecessary because they're just so full of character. They love what they do. They love training, and I think them being in gyms like Alan Smith's iBox gym, they just bring the best out in each other. You just put a camera in the corner for a day. You've got a fantastic TV series on your hands there.
And Jill.
Well, you've got the office. Just call it the gym. I think and these guys, they're hungry. They see that how successful boxing is at the moment, how popular it is. The crowds that we're pulling in. The support that we get from BT, and our great sponsors. They'll want to be a part of it, and it's a very, very exciting time for them and therefore for us.
It is what yourselves and BT said in the manifesto right at the beginning, isn't it? You were going to nurture the careers of young fighters on a massive platform.
Yeah, I mean you have to. You can't ignore. You can't all be. Big glitzy nights at arenas. You've got to make sure that your foundations are solid, and signing youngsters who've got solid amateur backgrounds or have the tenacity and the willingness to learn quickly and be studious about boxing and training. That's the way you build your foundations, and we don't just sign anybody for no reason. The guys that we sign, we have a clear path for them. We have a clear route mapped out for them, and we discuss it all in great detail before anyone talks about signing anything or offering deals or anything like that. You get to know these guys first, and if there's some meetings we have and it doesn't work, it's not like everyone comes through the door we love or they love us. Sometimes you think it's not quite the right fit, but 8 times out of 10, the best guys that we believe are going to be the future of boxing, and they sign on the dotted line.
And apologies to anyone we forgot to mention in that roll call of youngsters. George Davies, SL. There's so many at the moment, isn't there?
There are a lot of guys, and I just think everyone's got to keep their eyes peeled for these guys. And there'll be some fantastic little mini series videos coming out soon that you get a glimpse of them and get to know them all. So keep your eyes peeled.
Francis Warren, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Cheers, mate. Cheers.